Welcome to the temple. That leads me into a story I'd like to share. A story about two best friends, Dixie Evans and Jenny Lee. So, Jenny Lee, the original Bazoom girl, was a rebel. She was a troublemaker, and she actually started the EDL, the Exotic Dancers League, to unionize striptease. What? For fair pay and decent and safe working conditions. And she moved from Los Angeles to San Pedro, California with her husband, Charlie. And they opened up a little nightclub called the Sassy Lassie Beer Bust. She's hanging out with Charlie, and she's like, you know what? I really miss my burlesque pals. And so she invited them all to come over from LA for a party. The next day, there was stuff everywhere. There were bras and panties and shoes, and she just nailed a bra to the wall. And that's how the museum got started. Jenny got sick, so her and Charlie went to Hallandale, California, and they bought a goat ranch. And as her condition worsened, she invited her best friend, Dixie Evans, to come and help take care of her. Dixie stayed on and helped Jenny, and then one day, Jenny passed. Charlie, Jenny's husband, asked Dixie, would you like to stay on at the ranch and help? Dixie had started to curate some of these collections into a little museum known as Exotic World. And she said, sure, I'll stay on at the ranch. And she told me, Bob, I stayed on because somebody needed to answer Jenny Lee's fan mail. The first time I went to Exotic World, the world's first burlesque museum was off of Wild Road. So we find Wild Road. We see this huge black wrought iron arch that says Exotic World. You had to take a plane to Vegas or LA and then drive 2 hours towards nothing to get there. It was not a trip for the week. It was a spiritual pilgrimage. And as we pulled up and stopped the car, there was a little sign hanging by one nail that said, honk 3 times for a tour. And we did. And then came out the vision known as Dixie Evans, the Marilyn Monroe of burlesque. She said, let me give you a tour. And it's floor to ceiling, 8x10s. There's the pink velvet heart-shaped ottoman from Jane Mansfield's Pink Palace. There's the trunk from Gypsy Rose Lee in the infamous picture of her and her showgirls on the road. And Sherry Champagne's ashes. This was a goat ranch. There were water stains on the walls, very harsh conditions. People went out once a year and thought it was glamorous, but year-round, it was not easy living. She was just keeping it all together for us. And I stood there and I said, Dixie, thank you so much for keeping all this together for us. And she said, oh, I didn't do it. You girls did it. You're a big deal. So how did the pageant start? She's out there collecting and curating, and she thinks to herself, how can I keep burlesque? How can I put it back in the mainstream? How can I keep it alive? How can I get people excited about this again? And she says, I'll have a pageant. If I give people money, trophies, and titles, they'll come. So she wrote up an article about it. Associated Press on the Newswire. Exotic World's first Miss Exotic World pageant. Lily St. Cyr, Tempest Storm invited to appear. It was huge. Dixie says there was more press than there was audience. Finally, they cornered her and said, Dixie, where's Lily St. Cyr and Tempest Storm? And she said, boys, I said they were invited. And this is the part of the story where it's all about you. You are at Dixie and Jenny's party right now. All the neo-burlesque people that you saw that inspired you to want to do this all gathered their flame from that one original flame and brought it back to your towns, your cities, your stages, your hearts. And you are all a very big deal. Welcome to the temple.
Hello, it's Lulu the Duchess Terrier. Welcome to Burlesque Hall of Fame 2023.
chose to come to BHoF because I knew it was an opportunity for me to see other burlesque artists from around the world and learn something from them.
It's all about BHoF!
Hi, it's my first BHoF!
Why hello, it is me, Most Dazzling 2023, Chris. Oh.
I was hoping to find more community and burlesque. Coming here and seeing legends, seeing international performers, seeing local performers do their thing. Yeah, I feel like I achieved that goal of finding community here.
I just overall there to grow as a performer, so I figured BHoF would probably be the best way to go. I mean, I've always wanted to go to BHoF for years, but one, I'm afraid of flying, and two, I took a break from the burlesque scene when I had kids, so now being back in it the last year or so, I knew that BHoF was definitely, I needed to go this year. But I wanted to definitely meet the legends and, you know, overall get inspiration for new art to create.
My takeaway from this is that it's perfectly fine for me to take up space. And when I do that, that I should be as big and boisterous and black as possible. I have also learned that this is my future. I'm part of a history of great strippers.
I think I'm going to take tomorrow to just go through the process, everything that has happened, because it's just been nonstop for the past 4 days, but just to see and meet the incredible performers this weekend. And I mean, I have so much love for the burlesque community, and this just, it makes my heart so full, meeting everyone and getting to talk to the legends, and it meant a lot to me to be here.
Okay, BHoF is a marathon, it's not a sprint. Take your time, drink some fucking water, and be sociable with all the people that you meet out here. I, for one, have terrible anxiety, but I was able to speak to some of the people who inspired me to start burlesque, and also just step out of my shell, and I'm dancing with legends on the dance floor. Like, yeah, but I couldn't do all that if I wasn't fucking sleeping, so yeah, take your time.